Yo, what's up, man?
Hey, DJ.
The 2K Sports pregame show.
Hey, Ernie Johnson here, and I'm joined by Kenny the Jet Smith and Shaquille O'Neal. Welcome to the NBA on 2K Sports. Our featured matchup tonight out in Toronto, where the Raptors will be going up against the Orlando Magic. We've seen a lot of quality basketball from this Magic team lately. It's been a very successful first half of the season for them. When the opportunity to win a ball game has been there for them, they have grabbed it over and over. And guys, we'll see DeAndre Jordan tonight. And although he's improved his free throw shooting, there's always a chance we could see the hack of Jordan come into play. A big fella, I hesitate to go there, but I know you have something to say.
Oh, Canada, we stand on guard for thee. Oh, Canada, we stand on guard for thee.
The crowd is assembled at the Air Canada Centre, looking for a Raptors victory here in Toronto. And we've got it live right here on 2K Sports. Alongside Greg Anthony and Steve Smith with David Aldridge on the sideline, this is Kevin Harlan. We are nearly ready for the tip-off, but first, let's hear from our very own David Aldridge. DA, it's all yours.
Well, guys, DeAndre Jordan shoots with his left hand, but he
Interesting strategy, DA. Thank you. Jordan shoots a high percentage from the field. You can't fault him for using that logic. At this point of the season, the length of the NBA schedule really starts to impact rookies. You call it that rookie wall. When you were a rookie, did you hit that wall? Did you feel that wall?
Yeah, I did. I remember a West Coast trip in January on the West Coast playing the Lakers. It just feels like your legs are moving in mud. I mean, no matter what you do, the proper rest, icing, massages, you never could get traction. And then all of a sudden, in about 2 or 3 more weeks, you start to feel better.
Now the starting group for Orlando. They've got DJ. Rogers is out there with Evan Fournier. Then it's Aaron Gordon, and it's Isaac in at the small forward position. Rogers passes to Fournier. Here's Isaac. And they wasted no time getting those 3 points back. Isaac's got himself going there, his first points of the game on the deep ball. McConnell with it. 9 points last game. Jordan the screen. Takes the 3. They get it back. Raptors on defense. Their last meeting was in Orlando, where they were unable to fight off the Magic.
You know, their focus wasn't there in that one. Same with the shot selection.
I've seen worse shooting nights, but this was pretty bad, and it obviously cost them the game.
And that's the classic 1-2 punch right there. I mean, nice steal, and then how about the elevation, Kevin, on the finish?
And Greg, nothing spurs some quick offense like a great play defensively.
When your defense translates into offense, it's a beautiful thing.
Jordan the screen. Here's Bogdanovich. Right through the D for the layup.
DeAndre knows his role. He is going to use that big body to set screens for his teammates.
Pulls up on the elbow, and there are the Magic with another bucket.
Well, this gives you some confidence when you drop 3 straight to start the game.
McConnell kicks to Ibaka. Outside Bogdanovich. Outside Jordan. Passes to McConnell over Rogers. A shot by McConnell, no good. The Magic have gotten their first 3 shots to go in for him to start off this game. Gordon, the pass to Rogers. Magic moving the ball around. Isaac. And again, it's the Magic from deep.
And you just can't let Isaac get that much room to shoot it from deep. He's a very consistent three-point shooter with a fluid shooting form. They need a bucket in a big way here to regain some confidence.
Now, here's McConnell, guarded by Rogers. Clock at 6. Knocks it loose, and stolen by DJ. And now Orlando on the break. Over McConnell. Second chance shot. Tries yet again, and Gordon lays it in. Gordon's got his first bucket of the night.
Oh, this is the kind of start they were hoping for.
McConnell kicks to Stevenson. 1:52 left in the first. Shoots over Fournier. Here's Jordan. That one's off, still out of sync.
Uh-oh, he misses the bunny. I think he thought somebody was coming over to contest it. And it's great to see how the Raptors have energized the city of Toronto and the whole country of Canada, in my opinion. They have some passionate fans, and guess what? A new generation falling in love with the game.
Goes up on the wing, and Orlando again with the bucket.
And it just seems that every pass they make is leading to a score. Just great ball movement.
So timeout called here, the first for Toronto.
Yeah, you need to refocus now. Momentum is running against you.
And from what I'm seeing, is too many unfavorable matchups out there on the floor.
Second quarter of action, about a minute and a half played. Lowry out there with T.J. McConnell. Then it's Jordan. Then there's Bojan Bogdanovich. And it's Pirtle in at the 4. So that's the 5 in the game for Toronto. And it's Bogdanovich off the drive. Wells with the steal. And here's the fast break. Wells leading the way.
Off the dribble drive, one of the best ways in this league to get fouled. DJ taking advantage of it.
This is his first free throw of the game.
And he buried a bunch of shots from the stripe in that last game.
Serge Ibaka, he's checked in for Bogdanovich. Aaron Gordon, he's checking in for the Magic. Evan Fournier comes in for Wells. Raptors trailed by 19. Okay, well, let's check in with David Aldridge, who's reporting from the sidelines.
Well, DJ in the last matchup against the Bucks was just phenomenal. He had 52 points, and along with what he did on offense, he had a big defensive night as well. He put up numbers that really jumped out in the box score. A very solid performance. And Kevin will see what he's got in his arsenal tonight.
Thanks, David, for another reminder of just what an unbelievable performance that was.
One that everyone's still talking about tonight. He dominated that game in just about every way possible.
I'm so excited. I can't wait to see what he's got in store for us tonight. Maybe he tops himself again. I think he just might do it.
Yeah, momentum right now is against them. They're just going to have to figure out a way to ride this one out.
You know, easier said than done. What they need to do is string together some positive plays, try to turn the tide.
I mean, even from over here, you can see that one pretty clearly.
And versatility never in more demand, Steve, than right now. Do you think we're seeing more versatile players in the league now than ever before?
Yeah, we are. I mean, I think top of the list is you start off with LeBron James. Then you have players like now Russell Westbrook, guys being able to collect triple-doubles. Giannis, the Greek freak, Antetokounmpo, is unbelievable because I think by the time the end of his career, he'll be able to play the 5 for our size and 1 because of his skill set. Versatility in this league is a premium right now.
And a look now at the breakdown between 3-point and 2-point shots attempted here tonight for Orlando.
They are shooting the lights out from beyond on really limited attempts. So you have to think they ought to feed those hot hands on the perimeter and see if they can keep this thing going.
McConnell kicks to Lowry. Jordan the screen. Shot clock at 5. Here's Pirtle. He's been patient so far, nothing yet on the scoreboard. And a wide open look for DJ. Another miss by Orlando. Toronto's gone 0-3 from beyond the arc to start the second quarter. Here's the screen. Fournier against Lowry. They need this. And the Raptors miss again.
There does come a time when you haven't made anything all quarter long. Pass the rock.
Pirtle with the steal. Some tough offensive sets. They want to turn it around.
Yeah, right now you just need a bucket to get some momentum.
Fires from deep. And Serge Ibaka, the bucket on the assist by McConnell. Ibaka's got his first bucket of the game, and he's on the board for 3. Magic leading by 21. DJ kicks to Jackson. DJ with it. He's against Jordan. And that one's good. DJ. DJ's got 8.
His temperature is rising. I mean, it is rising.
There's 48 seconds left to play in the first half. McConnell kicks to Ibaka. The feed to Pirtle. Good ball movement here by the Raptors. Just 4 to shoot. Here's Lowry. No good on the shot. A bit long that time.
No doubt the quarter just not going his way. Still scoreless.
The pass to DJ. Back to Fournier. Fires the 3. And it's DJ missing.
Boy, this is rough on him. He wants to help out the team, which is playing well otherwise, but his shot just isn't there.
Oh, what a beautiful pass. And then to catch and finish all in one motion. Stupendous.
An alley-oop like that, Greg, is so rare you just got to take a second and enjoy it.
Late defensive rotation. You must keep an eye on DJ at all times.
And so it's DJ making highlights for the Orlando Magic. He notched 8 points in the quarter and has that terrific basketball instinct on display. And now we'll send it over to David Aldridge, who is standing by courtside. David.
Thanks, Kevin. Alongside Aaron Gordon. Aaron, you guys came out and played extremely well. What was the mindset in the first half?
We just tried to come out here, really stick to our principles.
All right, thank you, David. And folks, don't go away. After the break, we'll see you right back here for the start of quarter number 3. Well, we're getting back to the action now. It's been a one-team show so far. We'll see if that changes here in the third. DJ really making a difference here.
Yeah, he's really been catching the defense off guard so far here in this game, racking up a bunch of trips to the line.
Well, he's one of those guys. When he's being aggressive, officials give him the benefit of the doubt.
Well, we've got a moment. Let's set the floor. Brought to you by Gatorade. All fueled up for the second half. On the court for Orlando, Isaac out there with Gordon. Then it's Evan Fournier. Then there's Rogers. And it's DJ in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. And it's Bogdanovich off the drive. Terrific design on the pick play, and he lays it in. Bogdanovich has got his second basket of the night.
And how about the fearlessness from Bogdanovich? Doesn't pay the D any mind. He enjoys sticking it to them there in the paint.
Hey, Greg, when you look at all the dunks that DeAndre Jordan has on his resume, it's pretty impressive.
And Jordan, I feel, is even underrated with his dunking ability. Very agile. You can see that in warm-ups as well as the dunk contest. His unmatched power when attacking the rim, really unprecedented. He may be the best athlete in the league.
Pass to DJ. Here is Rogers. Launches it. That's not going to go. He's 4 for 10. At Toronto, they've gone 1 of 3 since starting the second half. And Bogdanovich kicks to Ibaka. Pass to McConnell. Jordan with a screen on Rogers. At the elbow, it's Ibaka. Back to McConnell. Over Rogers. The shot by McConnell, no good. Magic leading by 23. Shot from the top of the key. And it's McConnell with the rebound.
You know, coming out of the half, you want to set the tone for the rest of the game. But going 1 for 4 is the wrong way to do it.
Trying to go for an alley-oop, but excellent defense and anticipation there to stop it. Here's Isaac. Drops it in from 14 feet away. Isaac's got 10 points.
And that set them apart today, guys. Their success with the mid-range.
Toronto calls timeout. Smitty, you were very much the prototypical wing player during your career. When you look around the league, which current player reminds you, say, most of yourself and your style?
You know, I think a guy, he's getting a little bit older, but I think the most, a similar guy for me was Joe Johnson. Some of the guys I...
1:11 left in the third. And that one's good. DJ. He's got 14.
Sometimes you have to be able to put the ball on the floor. DJ attacking on the drive.
Lowry dishes to Collins. Over Anderson. And that one hits back iron.
I mean, you can see it. He's way out of sync. It's been this way all quarter for him.
And the 3-ball is good.
And the point differential tells the story. Their two-way play has been outstanding.
You know, it's a matter of effort plus talent. You need both to dominate this way.
Collins kicks to Stevenson. Here's Collins. He provides a good amount of offense for the team, averaging around 11.5 points a game. Just 3 to shoot. It's deflected. They retain possession. And they turn over the 24-second buzzer, signaling the shot clock violation. And the Raptors with some changes. DeAndre Jordan comes in for Valanciunas. And Anunoby subbed in for Collins. Then for the Magic, Isaac comes in for Anderson. And it's Jackson in for Rogers. Orlando's gone downtown 13 times in this game, and they're just over 50%. 7 of 13 on threes. And the shot is good.
And when it rains, it pours. Another jump shot tickles the twine.
Here's the screen. And here's Stevenson. Lowry for 3. Off on that one. And at the end of the third quarter, a huge lead in this one may already have been decided. Magic out in front, running away with this one. And we'll have the start of the fourth quarter for you as soon as we get back from this short break. Now let's take a listen on head coach Dwayne Casey.
But man, we got to get down and get engaged until they...
Welcome back. Fourth quarter action starting up in what has been a one-sided show. Raptors shooting 23% from the field. That's not going to get it done. Pirtle is out there with Jordan. Then there's Lowry. And it's Simpson in at the 3 slot. So that's the 5 in the game for Toronto. Back to Lowry. And Smitty, this year the NBA choosing to start the season a bit earlier to cut down on the back-to-back games during the year. Do you think the NBA should spread the schedule out even more? Are you happy the way they have at least gone about this season?
I think the NBA, Adam Silver and those guys have done a fantastic job. I love how they give the guys basically a week after All-Star game. They're starting a little bit early to cut down the back-to-backs. Either way, if you can find ways to help the recovery time, is great. But I think right now the league and the games and the scheduling, they're in good hands right now.
Jordan the screen. Here's Simpson, and it's blocked.
And you got to be careful around Isaac. His length is a problem for the opposition. He stifles shooters with that reach.
To the inside, Jordan, and he drops in the layup off the glass. Jordan's got the fourth quarter going with the first basket of the period here for Toronto. Oh, took the contact and tried to throw it down over the top, but instead he'll shoot free throws. That one on Jakob Poeltl. And he knocks down the first one.
And for a guy who went undrafted, who had to impress scouts through individual workouts, credit DJ for his relentlessness.
Gordon's checked in for Orlando. The Raptors have gone 1 of 3 from the field to start the fourth quarter. Passes it to Simpson. Here's Anunoby, defended by Gordon. Kicks it to Lowry. Here's Simpson. Off target with his 3. Orlando's gotten a positive outcome on 7 of their 14 three-pointers in this game. Not bad at all. Gordon kicks to DJ from deep. No good. Shot missing. Now Toronto takes it the other way. And following this game, they'll challenge the Grizzlies on the road at the FedEx Forum in Memphis. And that one will start off a 3-game road trip for the team. Well, Steve, it's something that everyone has a different opinion on. How do you feel about the current amount of years a player has to play in college before they enter the NBA draft?
Well, Kevin, I look at it this way. I like the notion that people have been throwing around that you're able to come out of high school and go to the NBA. But if you choose to go to college, you must play 2 years. So I'm leaning toward and researching and looking at that. I think I'm on board with that because there are some guys should have the opportunity straight out of high school, and there are some guys I think need college. So I think if they can balance that out, and I think that's the way I would be leaning.
I like that perspective. And McGee kicks to Lowry. McGee a screen. 5 to shoot. And that's going to be too many steps. Gets the whistle on the travel.
And you don't need the big play. Right now, you just need the smart one.
This is what desperation can do. You start to play outside of yourself, making a bad situation worse.
Bogdanovich is checked in for the Raptors. Orlando's gotten off to an 0-for-2 start from downtown here in the fourth quarter. DJ kicks to Childress. Orlando moving the ball around. Now, here's DJ. Tight defense on him. And, yes, it's good. DJ's got 10 points in just the second half.
I mean, that was physical defense. Oftentimes you get that foul call on the drive, but DJ powers through anyway.
There's the pick. Dishes to Bogdanovich. And across the NBA, we've seen players taking a vocal stance on various social issues. Smitty, you think that's pretty important?
Very important, and I think this generation has done it better than my generation. Obviously speaking out, but yes, they're using their social media tools to come out and talk about important issues. And the one thing you just want to bring light to these issues, and hopefully a lot of people, the more light you bring, the more solutions I think will come about.
Well said.
Just not feeling it from beyond the arc. Sometimes that happens. He's trying to shoot his way out of it.
And the Raptors miss again.
And there have been some terrible shot choices here, Kev. That's not a good look at all.
Lets it go with a 3. And it's DJ missing. The Raptors have gone just 1 of 6 in the field to start the fourth quarter. A bit of a slowdown for them right now.
Yes, and with this one winding down, it's obvious to everyone who watched it. Just a total mismatch and a true show of strength for Orlando.
As one-sided as it gets today, you know, there were some dominant moments in about every facet of this game for that team.
Yeah, I mean, Kevin, it's hard to think of what didn't go right for them. Game planning by the coaches, execution by the players, everything was just on target.
And the wins continue to come in fairly easy for these guys in what's been a very strong year, to say the least. Tonight will push them up to 56 wins.
And they've really had a dominant run of games against this opponent this year. They played them 3 times and won every one.
And, you know, when you look at the huge impact he had, just a monster game for DJ.
You know, coming into tonight, hard to say if his intention was to take over the way he did, but as the game evolved, it became clear that he was the alpha dog on the offensive end.
And that replay presented by Under Armour, showing us the fantastic steal that led to that fast break finish. Another unleashed chaos moment. Here's Strickland. They set the pick. The shot by Lowry. Wide open. A picture-perfect screenplay, and the jumper's good.
And you got to like that they are competing all the way through. Try and maybe build some momentum going into the next one.
Because the execution was not there tonight. That's something they can use this time to work on.
3 seconds separate the shot clock and game clock. And the pass to Strickland. No good with the layup.
And forcing the miss there, he just knows how to pressure you defensively.
And also protecting the rim at all costs. I love the anticipation to affect the shot.
The first free throw is good. And so he makes both from the line. The tray. And so it's Orlando taking this one by a big margin. This crowd was stunned by the manner in which their team was dismantled.
You know what? Shocking. I don't care what the matchup is. You never expect a road team to come in and just cruise to the kind of win they did tonight.
And that about wraps it up. For Greg Anthony, David Aldridge, Steve Smith, and the rest of our terrific 2K Sports crew, this is Kevin Harlan saying thanks for watching. See you later.
Yeah.
Great game, DJ.
Thanks.
Listen, the guys in the studio want to talk to you.
Okay. Let's
All
do
right.
it.
Right this way.
The 2K Sports post-game show.
Hey again, everybody. Ernie Johnson. I got Shaq here. Got Kenny the Jet here. Standing by on headset near the locker rooms, right down the hall, around the corner, we get a chance to catch up with our post-game guest.
Hey, Kenny here, man. I have to say, this game wasn't even close. Congrats on the win. Now, do you feel this is one of your better team wins?
Yeah, Kenny, I do. It's definitely one of our best games. You know, I felt like the team did a really good job of executing and what we wanted to do on both ends of the court. And, you know, we were able to play a complete game, start to finish. You know, it's games like this that make me love playing with everyone on this team. And, you know, a win like this makes you really excited for the next game on the schedule.
Man, you guys look like cats playing with its prey.
And that's going to do it for tonight. For Kenny, for Shaq, for Kevin Harlan, wherever he is. This is Ernie.
It's the 2K Sports pregame show.
Hello, basketball fans. I'm Ernie Johnson, welcoming you to 2K Sports. I'm here with Kenny the Jet Smith and Shaquille O'Neal. Tonight, we'll be watching the Orlando Magic playing against the Celtics out in Boston. Looking at Boston, they may not have made the jump they were hoping to this season, but they were in 5th place in the East with still more than enough time to climb a few additional spots.
We are live from Boston for an Eastern Conference contest with the Celtics. Thanks for joining us, everyone. It's the NBA on 2K Sports. This is Kevin Harlan, along with Greg Anthony and Doris Burke. And David Aldridge will be on our sideline tonight reporting. And it's another road game for the Magic. Well, they are on top of their game right now, and guys on top of the league, the best record in both conferences.
You know what? They're almost perfect in their approach right now. I mean, mentally, physically, strategically, everything seems to have fallen into place. They're bound to hit a bump at some point in the road, but right now, everything is all systems go.
You know, and here's the key. Don't focus on the streak. Focus on continuing to improve every day. That's the best way to keep this thing going.
A look at the starting group for the Magic. Fournier out there with Rogers. Then there's Gordon, then it's DJ, and it's Isaac in at the 3. Doris, the teams that are postseason locks, they have to choose whether to rest starters or play those starters to maintain their momentum. Is momentum something, as a former player, that you can turn on and off?
You know what, Kevin? I think this is a fine balancing act for both the coaches and the players. If your playoff position is secured and you have an opportunity to try to find some rest creatively without sacrificing, obviously, the momentum you've built up over the 82 games, it's important that you take it. But how you choose to do that is important. Do you give a game off, or do you perhaps reduce minutes over the course of a game? Individual organization decisions typically, and a lot of it has to do with the personnel. How experienced are they as NBA players? That has to be part of the equation.
Yeah, a lot to balance for sure. And the foul called on DJ. That is his first foul of the game. Here's Irving. 17 points for him last game against the Bulls in Chicago.
Really, he exposed a lot of seams in the defense with his passing, too. That assist total was impressive.
And we've got an update here, so let's check in with David Aldridge reporting from the sideline.
Kevin, I had a chance to catch up with Brad Stevens. He told me this is a fun night trying to slow down a team that's so smart and opportunistic. He said, look, we've scouted them, but this is the first time we've actually seen them this season. So it will be interesting to see if we can disrupt their offense and slow them down just a little bit. Back to you, Kevin.
Thanks for the report, David. So it's about one key area, guys, keeping the opposing field goal percentage to a minimum.
And, Kevin, that's not an easy task against an opponent that can shoot the ball as well as this team can.
Well, true, Greg, but they can do it as long as they're quick with their defensive help on the perimeter. And I think a key to that, communication.
Here's Irving following the score by Aaron Gordon. And it's Irving missing.
The only way he doesn't finish, as if the defense gets in his face. Nice job.
The Celtics have gone 50% from the field, hitting 3 of 6 since the opening tip.
Well, you think about the virtuoso ball handlers in NBA history, Kyrie Irving has got to rank at the top of that list. You know, his ability to dissect defenders, get into the lane, that is the foundation of his offensive game.
And being that close to the hoop, I thought he had enough room to finish that one.
Over to the left wing. The drive by Cantor. The 3. Kept alive by Boston. Rodgers against Irving. Cantor sets the pick for Irving. 3-pointer. Hayward. Yes! And it's Irving picking up the assist. And that's now 6 points for Gordon Hayward. For Orlando, they won their last contest, that game against the Raptors in Toronto.
Just a terrific effort off the bench. Guys came in, they seemed fresh, and they all contributed.
I think, Greg, everyone played their role so well, and I loved how aggressive the guys off the bench were in that one.
No good from Irving.
Not quite enough defense. That time around, just lucky he was off.
And DJ throws it down.
Boy, what a nice, strong finish. DJ not taking any chances with that one.
So the Celtics called timeout, their first. Outplayed in the previous game on their schedule, losing to Chicago.
And I think they can hold their heads high from that performance, you know, despite the final score being what it was.
Well, this was a competitive game, and it looked like...
And here in the second, with about a minute and a half gone by. And so in the game for the Magic, we've got Gordon, Fournier out there with Wells, then it's DJ, and it's Isaac in at the 3. Here's Irving, hangs in midair and converts on the double clutch layup. Irving's got 6 points.
Okay, how about the great body control by Kyrie Irving, one of the best small men in the league at converting through contact.
And really the defense fouling there to prevent the layup, but that's exactly what you need to do.
The Magic shooting their second and third free throws tonight.
And they've had really good numbers all season from the free throw line.
Free throw good, DJ.
I think part of what makes DJ special, guys, is his commitment to the game, right? He wants to be the best player he can.
The Celtics making a switch here. Williams is checked in. Outside Irving. Cantor sets the pick for Hayward. Off the screen. And that one goes long.
Oh, a lapse defensively, and they actually get away with it. Bad idea to leave him open consistently, though.
Lets the 3 fly. Isaac misses.
Rare you'll see him miss such an open look.
And we've got an update here, so let's catch up with David Aldridge.
Well, DJ in the last matchup against the Raptors was phenomenal. He scored 20 points, and as he always seems to do, piled up rebound after rebound. Another fantastic showing in what has been a great stretch of basketball for him. Kevin, we'll see if he can keep it going tonight.
Nice work, DA. Thank you. It was a very focused, intense performance we saw from him last time out.
And there was no letdown at any point in that game. That focus you talked about never went away.
And because of that attention to detail, his impact was felt all over the floor at both ends. Just absolutely terrific.
There's a screen by Cantor. Hayward with a screen for Cantor. Hayward kicks to Williams. Shot clock at 5. Here's Irving. And it comes off the front of the rim.
Just not there from a rhythm standpoint right now. It's really eluding him.
Out to the right wing. Gordon, the pass to DJ. Rebound, Boston. This, of course, their first opportunity to play Orlando this season.
Yeah, and these teams pretty familiar with one another. They'll face off 4 times this year.
And typically, the better they know each other, the more competitive they become. And expect this first meeting to be extremely spirited.
And that's a great piece of work to get to the hoop there. Just tore the D to shreds.
Here's Gordon. Williams with the block, but they'll get another chance. And DJ throws it down.
Oh, Kev, DJ's playing all the hits tonight, and they simply can't stop the music.
To the inside, Cantor. Yes, and it's Irving picking up the assist. Irving's got 3 assists tonight.
Yeah, and there it is again. On a lot of their possessions this first half, they've established great inside position.
Boy, some strong arm work inside gets DJ to the line. Good to see him get physical in the low box.
And this is his 3rd trip to the line tonight.
Gotta admire what he's been able to do at the free throw line this season. How about over 90%?
And some changes here for the Celtics. Yabusele, he's checked in for Cantor. Brown comes in for Gordon Hayward. And it's Vaughn in for Marcus Smart. So Orlando going with an almost entirely new group here. Norkic checked in for Aaron Gordon. Anderson comes in for Isaac. Jackson, he's checked in for Evan Fournier. And Rogers subbed in for Wells.
The initial miss was the best thing that could have happened to them. He was in absolutely perfect position for the putback.
The shot's good. DJ's got 18 points.
Now, Kev, so important to have that mid-range shot in your arsenal. DJ drawing defenders away from the bucket with the threat of that jumper.
Puts up a 3. And so it's the Boston Celtics with a 6-point lead at the end of the quarter. And it's been their rugged defense setting the tone. And now let's catch up with David Aldridge, who's standing by from the sideline. All right, Dave. Thank you, David. And we'll be back after halftime as the 3rd quarter gets underway. Welcome back, everyone. The second half about to get underway, and it's been a close one so far. You look at DJ in this one, he's been everywhere.
I mean, he was prolific in that first half. You know it's coming, but it's just so tough to stop.
And this is what he does, right, Greg? He's out there to score the basketball, and throughout that first half, he dominated.
They've got Smart. Enes Kanter is out there with Allen Williams. Then it's Kyrie Irving, and it's Hayward in at the small forward position. That's the Boston 5. Doris, they say that one of the toughest things about calling a game is balancing pure basketball knowledge with entertainment. What's your approach with that topic?
Do you know that was the last piece of broadcasting that I think fell into place for me? For a long time, I felt like I was proving myself, Kevin, so I didn't relax and enjoy it. But my son one time said to me, when we were watching a game, he said, Mom, you have to understand when the announcers are having fun, we're having fun.
Chemistry is such a big part of it, isn't it?
Crucial.
Boston needs to get off a shot. Jacks up a 3. Yes, and it's Irving picking up the assist. Irving's got 4 assists in the game.
And how about the consistency from range tonight? Really impressive.
Well, it is all about the 3-ball nowadays in the NBA. And when he's hitting from there, it's going to make things very tough on the defense.
All right, let's catch up with our sideline reporter, David Aldridge.
Kevin, Celtics coach Brad Stevens is known for getting the best out of his players. He said every NBA player has an elite strength. Some of them have 10 of them. And those guys are the very best in the league, right? But every one of them is here for a reason. And there are times when you can really soar with that skill. Kevin?
And that's why Stevens is already one of the best coaches in the league, David. You've talked about him for a long time, getting maximum results from every one of his players.
Boy, that's how you like to see DJ finish a drive, not holding anything back, send a message.
And the foul called on DJ. That's foul number 2 for him. And some changes here for the Celtics. Tatum, he's checked in for Williams. And Andrew Harrison subbed in for Irving. And a switcher also for Orlando. Olynyk checked in. There's a screen by Kanter. Harrison kicks to Tatum. Puts up a 3. The shot by Harrison, no good. The Magic trail by 4. Pass to Rogers. He dishes it to DJ. From the left block. And it's in after a nice bounce off the right side. DJ's got 24.
And they've had assists now on their last 3 baskets.
Harrison kicks to Tatum. Hayward outside. There's a screen by Kanter. Here's Harrison. Boston, no good that time either. The Magic have gone 4 for 4 from the field since the halftime break. Terrific start to the third quarter.
How about not shying away from contact? DJ earns a trip to the stripe. Solid physical play, Kev.
For Orlando, they have only one missed free throw. They've had 5 attempts and made 4 of them. Yabusele, he's checked in for the Celtics. Brown comes in for Smart. Wells, he's checked in for the Magic.
I think it's best to avoid putting this guy at the line if possible, but that's obviously easier said than done.
The screen from Brown. Hayward outside. It's not going to go for him. Nice defense from DJ. And Gordon Hayward driven to improve his game and carry this team deep into the playoffs.
You have to admire the work habits of Gordon Hayward because he went from a high draft pick to someone who has turned himself into a legitimate all-star. You love his hunger, looking within and saying, how can I be better and lead my team to greatness?
There's the screen. Ball's knocked loose and stolen by DJ. And up the court come the Magic on the break. Deflects the pass. Second half here. We're just over 3.5 minutes into it. Here's Harrison. Brown outside. Can they get it? Again, the miss by the Celtics. Magic leading by 3. And oh boy, a lot of contact there, but he gets the call and will shoot 2. It goes on Jason Tatum.
You know, I love how he absorbs the foul and still had a chance to knock that one down.
For Orlando, they have made 6 of their 7 attempts at the line in this one. Some changes for Boston. Rashad Vaughn comes in for Gordon Hayward. And Irving subbed in for Harrison. Then for the Magic, Yusuf Nurkic. He's checked in for Olynyk. Anderson comes in for Isaac. And it's Jackson in for Wells. There's a good screen. Here's Tatum. The rebound by Anderson.
Yeah, really frustrating right now. They just can't seem to stem the tide here.
Nothing they're doing on the defensive end is working. They've got to figure something out and fast.
And there isn't a lot that they're doing well right now defensively. They just seem to be disconnected defensively in the second.
Time called here. The Celtics decide to talk it over.
Well, I mean, he needs to talk to his guys. The interior defense has been horrific.
Absolutely no rim protection whatsoever. At this point, the other team is walking all over them on the inside.
Here is Rogers on the court for Orlando. Rogers is out there with Evan Fournier. And there's Gordon. And it's DJ. And it's Nurkic in at the 5 spot. Irving against Rogers. In the corner, Smart with it. Cantor sets the pick for Smart. Shoots over Fournier. Here's Cantor. Another miss, and they've really hit a rough patch here.
I'd love to see them impose themselves a little more on the backboard. That's a great way to find confidence. Always a surefire way to get back in the game. Impeccable from the line since halftime.
And he knocks down the first one. Isaac's checked in for Nurkic. And he makes both free throws.
And it's been a really good day for him at the line. Some other bigs have well-documented problems on their free throws. He's not one of them.
First minute and a half of basketball played here in the fourth quarter. Here's Smart. And it's DJ with the rebound. DJ's got his 5th rebound in this one. There's the basket and make it a double-digit lead. DJ's got 4 points this quarter.
I'll tell you, he's just too hard to handle inside. Even with someone draped all over him, DJ finds a way to score.
Now a timeout called by Boston. DJ really making a difference here.
Well, he has got to be the only thing they're discussing in this huddle because the approach they've used on him has been a disaster. Changes need to be made. I don't know if it's a double team, switching matchups, but something's got to be done.
Gordon Hayward's checked in for Jaylen Brown. On the sideline, let's catch up with Hall of Famer David Aldridge.
Hey guys, well, I was able to listen in on what Brad Stevens was talking about with his players. He does not like the high foul number in this game. He told them, you've got to stop biting on the shot fake. Stop gambling for steals. That's giving them easy points at the line. We'll see how they respond.
Thank you, David.
And a lot of teams avoid the mid-range jumper, but they seem to be using it well.
Irving double teamed. Hayward on the wing. And it's going to be 2 free throws. Drew contact on the shot.
Boy, oh boy, has Gordon Hayward turned himself into a complete offensive player? His offense has grown every single year. There's no question you want the ball in this guy's hands.
Hayward hits them both. And Hayward has packed on the muscle. Doris, you've seen it. He's a dangerous finisher inside.
You're right, Kev. Crafty, explosive, and he's got tremendous touch. This guy can make something out of nothing.
Wide open look. Hayward missing again.
I didn't see that miss coming. I mean, he's usually been money from that range.
Wasted no time on that one. DJ's got the lead up to 12 now for the Magic.
Boy, what a quick trigger on that jump shot. That's what you want from DJ, right? No hesitation. Just catch it and shoot it.
There's a screen by Cantor. Now here's Hayward. D right on him. Got a hand on it.
And you got to be careful around Isaac. His length is a problem for the opposition. He stifles shooters with that reach.
Full 24-second shot clock. Well, if you're just tuning in, welcome. We've got about 3.5 minutes gone here in the fourth quarter. Cantor sets the pick for Irving. Over Rogers. Boston again missing. Orlando leading by 12. Here's Isaac, and he goes strong with the one-handed jam.
And really impressed with the aggressive nature of Isaac. He takes charge whenever he is driving with that kind of force to the rim.
There's a screen by Williams. Hayward from outside. Again, the miss by Hayward.
And I thought that was going to drop. It looked good from here.
And so only one team answered the bell tonight, guys. Not a monster blowout by any means, but still a double-digit victory for the Magic.
Great, generous ball movement tonight. A thing of beauty.
Yeah, a remarkable team effort. They got everyone involved.
And counting tonight's game on the season, they'll now have won 57 games this year.
They can chalk this one up, but these two teams will see plenty more of one another before the season's over.
And you know, looking back at all the contributions tonight, it was a really phenomenal all-around game for DJ.
Boy, I think he made his presence felt in the paint more than anywhere else. This guy's rebounding numbers were outstanding. He controlled the glass.
Jackson comes over with the double. Just 5 on the clock. Nice shot by Yabusele.
And that solid play in the paint continues here, guys.
So it's Orlando now. So far in the fourth quarter, they've allowed just 6 points. Now, here's DJ. From deep three-point range. And so it's Orlando taking this one by a big margin. They came in here and took care of business like they were the home team.
And Kevin, how about the mental toughness that this group... They were never rattled at all by the opposing fans.
Thank you for joining us. That'll do it for now. For Greg Anthony, Doris Burke, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan saying thanks for watching. We'll see you next time.
It's the 2K Sports pregame show.
Hey, Ernie Johnson here, and I'm joined by Kenny the Jet Smith and Shaquille O'Neal. Welcome to the NBA on 2K Sports. Tonight, it's the Orlando Magic as they'll be playing against the Nets in Brooklyn. Looking at the Nets, number 8 in the East, again this season. They're right there among the teams in contention, but not necessarily considered elite. Sort of the way things worked out for them in the prior season. Guys, it might have taken some time for him to adjust to the NBA, but D'Angelo Russell becoming a force in the league. What do you think finally clicked for him, Shaq?
Well, one, he's getting the ball, and two, he was given more freedom and control on offense. And he's making more measured decisions on offense. He's not as sporadic as he used to be.
Learning how to say no. You know, being a point guard, you got to say no to some of the best players in the world. I can't get you the ball right now. And he's getting comfortable creating for others.
Thank you for joining us. We go.
It's Eastern Conference time for the traveling Orlando Magic today. A time-honored tradition, the NBA on 2K Sports Sunday Night Hoops action. Delighted to have all of you with us here tonight. This is Kevin Harlan with Clark Kellogg and Greg Anthony. David Aldridge is on our sideline. The Brooklyn Nets, they want to turn the season series around as they lost their last matchup against the Orlando Magic. Whatever they can do to avoid a sweep here, they'll need to rebound and do it, but the momentum is definitely. Well, Clark, tonight a rarity. Both these teams love to run their offense through the block, through the big men. Why is that?
I think the three-point shot has dictated that more teams are going to utilize that. Then analytic shot is more valuable than the easy two in many cases. So teams are really pacing the floor, shooting the three-point shot more than pounding the ball inside. And the pace of the game now lends itself to more three-point shooting and perimeter shooting than posting up.
A look at the starting group for the Magic. We've got Isaac. Wells is out there with Rogers. And it's DJ. And it's Gordon in at the 4. Free throw no good for DJ.
Well, I raised the game. I mean, he's got a fairly laid-back attitude, but it's a calming, confident presence on the court.
Here is Elliott. Under 10 points a game. Pass to Rogers. And DJ throws it down.
Can't say enough good things. A threat to bang the rim.
And about him. The pass to Elliott. To the wing right side. One's not going to go. And it's the Magic taking it the other way. Their last game, a win against Boston. Looking to carry it into this one.
And we all know in a hostile environment, always tough, but they were the better team on that night.
No question about it. Honed in completely. They demonstrated real grit in a tough place to play, and they got the result they want.
A nice little back and forth going here.
Yeah, and I like it. I love seeing that. It's a lot of fun when that happens. These teams are going at each other from the outside.
LeVert the pass to Russell. Here is Elliott. Back to Russell. 6 to shoot. Down low. And so he earns a trip to the line. Officials saw the contact, and he'll shoot 2. It's going to be on DJ.
Boy, Okafor is so adept at drawing contact when he's going up for his shot. I mean, the defense has to be wary of him looking to draw fouls.
And Jahlil Okafor, the 3rd overall pick in 2015 out of Duke. He was in the conversation for top pick overall.
Yeah, he certainly was, and deservedly so. Now, his value has fallen off a bit since coming into the league, but with big guys, you got to be patient. Don't discard him yet. He's a very polished scorer and a good finisher around the goal. He's got to improve some other areas, but this guy's going to be around for a long time.
Pick by Okafor. Back to Russell. To the middle. Shot from 12. And no good. Trying to use the glass. Magic leading by 4. Pass to Rogers. And here is DJ. He picked up 39 points in their last one against.
Forget about the work he did on the boards. His rebounding was a huge help in that game.
Here is Elliott. He had a 15-point outing in their last game against Charlotte. Oh, and here we go. Isaac's got the fast break chance. Botches the slam dunk finish. Nets have gone 2 of 5 here, making 40% so far to start out the game. Russell against Rogers. Takes the 13-footer. Lands soft on the front of the rim and drops. Russell's got 5 points so far.
And slithering inside, D-Lo. That's Russell's length helping him convert against pressure. He's been terrible. Absolutely awful. I mean, can't get it going. His shot isn't there right now. He's got to help him some other ways.
Kuzma drills it from outside. Kuzma's got his first bucket of the game, and he's on the board for 3.
And, guys, this is what you like to see early on, gaining a little confidence from range.
Yeah, and you know it, Greg. Oftentimes you get that first one to drop and your confidence rises like yeast. It's good to get into a rhythm at the start of the game, no doubt.
And the first timeout called of the game for Brooklyn. Defeated by the Hornets in their last game, they'll try to put that one behind them.
And their defense practically non-existent in that one. Just gave up far too many easy shots.
Yeah, I think they were totally checked out, Greg. At least that's what it looked like. When you play that kind of defense, you expect to lose.
And Orlando making a change here. The Magic trail by 4. And so in the game for the Magic, Jackson is out there with Evan Fournier. And it's DJ. And there's Anderson. And it's Olynyk in at the power forward. We see more and more players who can do it all on both ends of the floor. Clark, who's your pick for the most versatile player right now in the league?
Well, for me, it starts with LeBron James. I mean, his passing ability is platinum level. And then you think about his size, athleticism, speed, IQ. All of that is also platinum level. So he's unique in that regard. Draymond Green, because of what he can do defensively in terms of guarding multiple positions. And Giannis Antetokounmpo, I mean, the Greek freak, is really unique in his versatility as well.
All right, let's catch up with our sideline reporter, David Aldridge.
Well, DJ in the last matchup against the Celtics was outstanding. He finished with 39 points and played outstanding defense. Also rebounding well to go along with the offensive play. The stat line was filled, and the whole league is talking about it. We'll see what he does for an encore tonight, Kevin.
David, appreciate the report. He was a one-man show in that game.
And, you know, it'll be interesting to see how much that took out of him. I mean, he'll have a hard time putting up anything even close to those numbers here tonight.
Well, Greg, you know where I'm going. He was a stat sheet stuffer in that game. Did a little bit of everything and did it all well.
Looking at who's out there now for the Nets. Okafor is checked in for Zeller, and it's LeVert in for Patrick McCaw. And a switcher also for Orlando. Gordon's checked in, so they take the lead. And the Magic lead by 1.
And they are going toe-to-toe here tonight, guys. This thing's like a heavyweight fight.
Yeah, these teams evenly matched, Greg, trading hits and refusing to give up any advantage.
Pass to Elliott. Takes a 3. And it's DJ with the rebound. DJ's got his 5th rebound in this one. Pass to Isaac. Shoots the 3. And again, it's Orlando with the 3.
Yeah, there's 6 points on consecutive 3 balls. They're finding holes now in the D.
Russell with it. Now guarded by Wells. Oh, and here we go. Jackson, nobody back. Finished off the break. Now it's a 6-point Magic lead.
And Wells is just an unselfish guy, willing to give the ball up if one of his teammates is open. That's the way the game should be played.
Out to the wing. There's 1:38 left in the first half. Pick by Okafor. Shot clock at 6. Money from the wing. Okafor's got 5 now.
Man, you can actually see the evolution of Okafor's offense right in front of us. I mean, not only working in the post, but from the mid-range as well. Impressive.
And how about breaking out the Statue of Liberty on that dunk?
A nice way to pad that lead a little more. You're right.
Yes, indeedy. Well done.
1:02 left in the first half. And he could not get that one to go. A lot of contact, and he'll go to the line for 2. In a moment now to quickly take a look at the offensive approach for the Magic.
Well, I'll tell you what, they must have had a good shoot-around because they've been fantastic from long range so far, fellas.
Yeah, they're showing some muscle also in the first half as well, and getting a lot of their points in the paint. Really like the balance they've shown.
Rogers checked in for Jackson. DJ with it. He's against Okafor. And DJ with the basket on the assist from Wells. Wells has got his 4th assist in this one. Here's LeVert. He hasn't yet put up any points in this one. Now the pass to Kuzma. Nets passing it around. Outside Russell. 3-pointer. Hits it from 3-point range.
The confidence from range. I mean, that's what scouts still insist will make Russell a top-level player.
Foul on the play. Basket counts, so it'll be a 3-point play chance.
A much better quarter for them shooting the ball.
Anytime your field goal percentage is in the high 50s, partner, you're doing something right.
Orlando shooting their 5th free throw of the game here. Catching up on the changes for Orlando. Nurkic checked in for Gordon. Justin Anderson comes in for Isaac, and Evan Fournier subbed in for Wells.
And you have to like the way he's attacking the defense, drawing fouls and getting himself chances at the line this quarter.
Back to Grant. They set the pick. He dishes it to Okafor. Shoots over Nurkic, and it's Okafor missing. Anderson right side. And Fournier kicks to Nurkic. Yep, that one goes.
And guys, they continue to put a lot of pressure on the interior defenders with their work down low.
And so we conclude the first half. Magic lead by 8. And we'll be back for the second half following the break. Keep it right here on 2K Sports. All right, the second half beginning in just a moment. You look at DJ in this game, he's been everywhere.
And I loved in that first half that they were patient, looked for good shots, and knocked them down.
Yeah, I liked how they took the initiative. They were really locked into what they wanted, not letting the defense dictate their shot selection.
Russell and LeVert in the backcourt. Then it's Elliott. Then there's Jahlil Okafor. And it's Kuzma in at the 4 slot. So that's the lineup for Brooklyn. And stolen by DJ. And that one drops for him. Rogers has got 8.
And unfortunately, we've seen a few too many of those. A lack of concentration, a turnover, and an easy bucket in transition.
Right wing. Here is Elliott. Misses the baby hook. DJ with it, and DJ throws it down.
Love the confidence on the drive. DJ is great at finding holes in the defense and then attacking them.
Over to the wing. Russell dishes to Okafor. Passes to LeVert. The 3. Tries again. It's tipped.
And you love the hustle DJ brings on defense, using his solid leaping ability to block shots.
Knocks down the 3 ball.
And it just seems that every pass they make is leading to a score. Just great ball movement.
Timeout called the Nets. Well, Clark, you had the distinct honor of playing horse against the former president of the U.S., Barack Obama. You lost that game, I don't want to remind you, but I want an honest answer. Did you let him win that contest?
Kevin, the deal is that it was an unbelievable privilege to play POTUS. We changed the letters of that game back in 2010, and I let the president up. I gave him life after I had him down, and he took advantage of turning the momentum in his favor. He won fair and square. I did give him an opportunity to win, but he's on top in that matchup, and I think it ended up being good television. And while some of my former teammates look at me with disdain for having lost a horse game to the president, I think it was all intended to end just the way it did.
Here is Elliott. Quiet so far offensively, searching for his first points of the game. Russell kicks to Zeller. 4 on the clock. The Nets need to get a shot off here. And again, no good by Brooklyn. Wells kicks to DJ. And he was fouled on the way up. 2 free throws now for him.
Gentlemen. Like how committed DJ is once he gets deep position now. He's doing it with force. Exceptional at drawing contact in the post.
This will make 5 trips now to the free throw line for him tonight.
And, you know, guys, he had a big game at the free throw line in their last outing.
As a matter of fact, a lot of his points came from the stripe. He was feeling it. And, fellas, I think you have to like his improvements over his free throw numbers from a year ago. It's not a significant number or a huge amount, but it's improvement nonetheless.
Yeah, really frustrating right now. They just can't seem to stem the tide here.
Yeah, you know, it's one of those days. Sometimes you're the windshield, sometimes you're the bug. Sometimes it's just not working for you.
Anderson, he's checked in for DJ. A touch over 2.5 minutes of basketball played here in the. So both teams making some changes here. 16 seconds left in the third. Grant the pass to McCaw. They set the screen. To stop the run. And that one goes long. And as we conclude the third quarter, pretty much a blowout. It's been a one-sided affair. Magic out in front, running away with it. 2K Sports back in a moment here in Brooklyn. And we're rolling here again with the fourth quarter. Might not come down to the wire, but you never know. Now Grant. And so in the game for the Magic, Nurkic is out there with DJ. Then it's Evan Fournier. Then there's Wells. And it's Isaac in at the 3. Magic leading by 22. And it's DJ missing.
You almost have to assume he's going to knock those down when he is that open.
Now here's Okafor. Kuzma passes to Grant. Shot clock at 6. Here's LeVert. Misses the 3. Orlando's gone 6 of 7 from long range tonight. They've been on fire from way outside. Goes back up. The rebound by the Nets. Guys, they're looking for a way to score here.
Yeah, they've had a tough time taking the lid off.
Nets passing it around. They set the pick. Okafor kicks to McCaw. And 2 free throws coming up. Unable to get that one to go with all the contact. It's going to be on Yusuf Nurkic. And some stats here, guys. The scoring breakdown for Orlando.
Well, their passing has been picturesque, a thing of beauty in both halves. More than a few of their baskets have come off assists.
And also, how about the points they've gotten in transition or on the fast break tonight? That's been a huge factor as well.
Elliott's checked in for Grant. Aaron Gordon, he's checking in for Orlando.
I love his shot selection today. He set the bar for the rest of the team.
About a minute and a half into the fourth quarter now. Out to the right wing. Pass to McCaw. There's the pick. Shoots over Fournier, and again it's the Nets missing.
And he's just a tough defender. Good positioning to get after that shot.
Did a good job guarding the mid-range, extended out nicely, and definitely bothered the shot.
Game moves along. 2 minutes gone here in the fourth. McCaw, the pass to Okafor. The teardrop falls in.
Really love how assured Okafor is close to the rim. Great confidence when he catches the ball inside. And he's extremely polished with his back to the basket.
And I love the momentum he's building. Last game, he was just as dominant.
Yeah, I concur. I mean, definitely on the roll right now. Seems like everything he's throwing up is going down.
Here's McCaw. Got it. Good job in the low post. Just over 2.5 minutes played now here in the final quarter of regulation. Out of bounds as Orlando keeps possession.
Risky pass there. They're lucky to retain possession this time.
Russell, he's checked in for Patrick McCaw. And a switcher also for Orlando. Rogers checked in for Fournier. Feeds to DJ. Dishes to Wells. Gordon a screen. Kicks to DJ. Off target from three-point range. Nets trail by 21. 1:56 left to play here in the fourth. Here's Okafor. A good finish at the rack off the slick feed. Okafor's got 4 this quarter.
Well, I tell you what, involving Okafor in these pick and rolls is really good basketball. I mean, he's a big target because of his size. And he's also quick-footed, so he can roll or pop effectively and quickly.
Clark, when you look back at your terrific career, who is the one player that you considered your toughest opponent to go up against?
There were a couple of guys. Bernard King from the New York Knicks, because we saw them a handful of times a year, and he was just such a phenomenal scorer and a relentless worker offensively. He just never gave you a break. I didn't get to see the West Coast teams but twice a year. The Denver Nuggets in the early 80s had Kiki Vandeweghe, Alex English, and Dan Issel. And between those 3 guys, they were averaging about 80, 81 points a game. And I usually dealt with English or Vandeweghe. And those were long nights because those guys moved the ball, shot it from everywhere, and were excellent offensive players.
Clark, the current era is so connected to fans through social media. Just how much has that changed the NBA, do you think?
Well, I don't think it's just changed the NBA. It's changed our society and culture at large, and it's here to stay. I just like to see people productively and fruitfully use social media, and I would like to see less of the vitriol and hatred that is afforded for people to hide behind with their negative comments.
And we're about 3.5 minutes into the fourth quarter. Screen by Russell. There's a screen. Grant dishes to Black. The timely screen gave him a step, and he took it all the way.
And so just rolling to the finish line now in what has been a very confident-looking performance for the Magic.
When you consider the difference in their field goal percentages, the other team has to be happy that this wasn't a bigger loss. This team was on fire.
Yeah, Kevin, it's always frustrating when you can't throw a rock on the ground and the other guys just can't seem to miss.
And when you look at the season for these guys, they have amassed a lot of wins, 57, and adding in tonight, it'll make it 58.
And you can break out the brooms, ladies and gentlemen. They found a way to defeat this opponent all 4 games this year, finishing out a clean sweep for their season series against the Nets.
The one player that really stands out, of course, in this one, it was a dazzling game for DJ.
Every time he shot it, it seemed like it was going to drop in. And if it didn't, everyone was surprised.
Yeah, with this lead, that's probably going to do it. Fans heading for the exits.
And, Greg, you know how hard it is to win on the road, but they seem to have this one firmly in control and have been very impressive today.
Grant kicks to Russell. Back to Grant. Just 5 to shoot. From 11 feet away, and no good. And Orlando the other way now. Earlier, they held a 23-point lead. There's 21 seconds left in the fourth quarter of this one. And here is DJ. And the layup is good. DJ's got 33 points.
And leaving nothing to chance here on this game-clinching run.
Exactly. Cold-blooded. Separation solidified. Great effort.
And so it's Orlando taking this one by a big margin. This one was over well before the final buzzer. The fans were waiting for something to get excited about, Greg, but they never.
They sure did. I mean, they just rolled to this win. They made it look really easy. What an efficient performance at both ends.
And that'll wrap it up, folks. For Greg Anthony, Clark Kellogg, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan. Thanks for watching this presentation of the NBA on 2K Sports. We'll see you next time.
DJ, great game.
Thanks, Char. Am I blown up?
You're trending. Oh, hey, we need to go do an interview with the guys in the studio. Let's go.
Let's get it, man.
Hey, Shaq here. I like the big numbers you put up in that rebounding column. Man, what allowed you to control the glass this way?
Just getting the better of the team on the boards is something that we strive for as a group. And I think tonight we had a great group mentality to box out and finish off possessions, and I just happened to be the benefactor of what was a total team effort.
Looking like Ben Wallace out there. Back to you, Ernie.